Hello, K-drama lovers! Today we will dive into one of the most gripping Korean thrillers on Netflix in 2024, A Killer Paradox. If you like dark psychological thrillers with unexpected twists, you're in for a treat. Let's explore how an ordinary college student became a vigilante by accident in this astonishing series. The story follows Lee Tong, played by Choi Woo-sik, an average college student who works the night shift at a convenience store. His daily life changes dramatically when he accidentally kills a customer during a confrontation. But here's what happened. The victim turned out to be a terrible criminal who escaped justice. As Tom discovers his victim's dark past, he realizes something extraordinary: he might have an unusual ability to identify evil people. This revelation sends him down a dangerous path of vigilante justice, transforming him from an average student into something far more complex. After all, Lee Tong happened to be bullied in middle school. He was one of two scapegoats for stress relief in his class. Although he is now friends with his bullied classmate, Tong doesn't seem to be adjusting to college life as well as his friend. One night while working part-time at a local convenience store, Tong was harassed by an older man who was having trouble at work. Again, another common theme in Korean dramas. Tong, at that hour, clearly let it pass and finally finished his shift. While walking down a back alley with no CCTV cameras, again, a common trope in these kinds of stories, Tong comes across the man who scolded her lying on the ground, half dead. Tong then meets the man's friend, a kind man who apologizes for his friend's behavior and even pays for their snacks, proceeds to knock Tong out, and tries to kill him in an alley for asking questions about his friend. Long story short, Tong decided to fight back for once in his life and ended up killing the man with a hammer he borrowed from his job putting up pictures of mountains in Canada. Tong panicked and left the scene after an apparently blind woman and her dog witnessed the crime, leaving the murder weapon behind. Thinking he's about to be arrested, Tong is frightened by every noise and police siren. Until word gets out that the kind man he murdered had murdered his friend in the alley, seduced his wife, and gone to rape school from town to town, girls, and commit all kinds of atrocities. And herein lies the paradox of the killer. Tong killed someone, but that person was a criminal. So could it really be considered a crime? There's a tech nerd, hacker, and true crime podcaster named Robin. He's legally changed it, who ends up meeting and helping Tong. Robin has had two previous partners: the father of the victim of one of Tang's vigilante murders, and a crazy diabetic old man named Song-chan with weak hands who somehow has the combined strength of 100 Jason Voorhees. Robin mentions that Tong is the real deal and that to do some planning and researching targets to kill. What is unlucky about Robin is that his fate is depicted on one of his living room posters. There is a large poster of Batman and Robin showing Batman holding a lifeless Robin. The text reads, "Robin dies at dawn." Robin trusts Tong so much that he even shaves his teeth to match Tang's teeth to cover up evidence of an apple bite that Tong left at the murder scene. But want to know the saddest thing about this story? In the end, it's heavily implied that Tong is neither a savior nor a vigilante warrior. He just had dumb luck. After Robin and Tong kill a highly connected prosecutor who kidnapped, raped, and murdered a female student among other acts, the police and higher-ups want to quickly close the case. The CEO of a shady construction company and his grandson, not Tang's work, both of them are also outed, and not wanting to appear incompetent or let their dirty laundry get out there, the police decide to put Robin and Tong in the mix. With Robin's psychotic former partner, the murder of Song-chan, we get the sad backstory of Song-chan, and there is a final shootout between detectives Jang Nongam, Tong, Robin, and Song-chan at an old and dilapidated factory on the outskirts of a rural town. Detective Nongam kills Robin and injures Chun in the process, leaving Tong safe after the fight. Tong, racked by guilt and hallucinations, wants to surrender and atone for his sins. He puts Nongam's gun to his forehead and Nongam shoots, but somehow the gun that previously fired live bullets now produces nothing. Nongam takes it as a sign of Tang's strength or dumb luck and leaves before telling Tong that if he continues on his current path, someone will catch him eventually. After the detective leaves, a fire breaks out. Tong tries to remove Robin's body from the scene. However, a piece of debris falls onto Robin's body and burns it, causing Tong to leave him there, Robin's arms outstretched like a flying superhero, or someone calling for help. Coincidentally, Detective Non-Gam and a famous profiler discuss what happened at the warehouse so they can get their official story straight. Non-Gam decides to say that Tom wasn't there during the fight despite one surveillance photo of his back that suggests otherwise, and the two come to the conclusion that Robin is a megalomaniac, deceived by his own sense of justice. Knowing that his name was cleared after being picked up by authorities in the Philippines on an expired visa, Lee Tong returned to Korea and started killing again. Song Chun makes a speech about the world needing people like them, namely murderers, to clean up society's scum. And judging by the incompetence of the police in their world, I have to agree. Perhaps Lee Tong was being guided by a higher power to clean up the streets. A Killer Paradox is more than just a thriller. It's an in-depth exploration of the morality, justice, and consequences of vigilantism. It challenges viewers to question their own moral boundaries while providing intense entertainment. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share your thoughts about the series in the comments below. Have you ever watched A Killer Paradox? What do you think about Lee Tang's journey?